evening, you're watching Just the News. I'm Amita Balachandra. We start off with Bengaluru floods, an update on what's going on in the state of Karnataka. Karnataka Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai has said that the state will seek central aid for flood-hit areas. Now, the state government has prepared a memorandum to seek compensation. The Chief Minister held a meeting with the inter-ministerial central team assessing the extent of damages caused in the state of Karnataka. Now, the Chief Minister said that his team took a stock of the situation which have been badly hit, like Bengaluru, Mandya and Ramanagara districts. Now, Mr. Bommai said that since November, 500 crore rupees has been released twice and 600 crore rupees was released 2 days ago towards restoring infrastructure damages. Several parts of Karnataka, including Bengaluru, have been reeling under heavy rains and floods since Sunday. Areas like Sarjapur Road, Marathalli, Belandur, Vartur, Bomanhalli, Mahadevpura, all of these IT corridors were worst affected. In the meantime, the Karnataka High Court has directed the BBMP to immediately establish a ward-wise grievance cell for citizens in order to address their issues. Now, the corporation has informed the court that in order to control the overflow of water from the lakes during periods of heavy rain and to prevent floods, a proposal is being drafted to erect sluice gates for all of the city's lakes. In fact, this is an old petition that the court was hearing from 2015 to draw attention to the issue of city's poor condition of roads and overflowing drain water. In the meantime, the IMD has said that Bengaluru could receive heavy to very heavy rainfall till Friday. Flights and disrupted water supply has resumed in the city, so things are sort of coming back to normal. But schools have remained shut today for the third consecutive day. Yesterday, Chief Minister of Karnataka Basavaraj Bommai has visited some of the flood-affected areas to take stock of the situation. Also, the IMD has issued a yellow alert on Wednesday in several Maharashtra areas, including Mumbai, Thane, Palghar, Pune, Ratnagiri, Nashik and other districts for the next 5 days. Now, according to the Regional Meteorological Center, Mumbai, the state capital is likely to have moderate rainfall on the 7th of September and 8th of September. Apart from this, heavy rainfall in isolated places will be observed on 9th of September, 10th and 11th of September. Moving away from the story now, a survey conducted by the National Council of Educational Research and Training Studies has shown that exams and results cause anxiety in 81% of the 3.79 lakh students who responded to this particular survey. Now, the respondents were divided into two groups, which is the middle stage, which is between classes of 6 and 8, and secondary stage, which is classes of 9 to 12. Now, it further showed that 45% of students were not satisfied with their body image and 33% of them complied with peer pressure. Now, with regards to the effects of the pandemic, more than half, which is 51% of respondents, said that they faced difficulties in learning through online mode, while 39% said that they had to deal with technical or network-related problems. Meanwhile, in Delhi, Delhi has banned production, sale and use of firecrackers till 1st of January 2023 to prevent the city's air quality from worsening in winter. Delhi has been facing severe air pollution during winters for the last few years. Delhi government had banned firecrackers between September and January last year as well to prevent air pollution. Now, Delhi has been ranked as one of the worst cities for air pollution in the world. Also in the news, the CBI has searched West Bengal Law Minister Moloy Ghatak's homes in connection with a case of alleged coal smuggling from Eastern Coalfields Limited mines in Asansol. Now, on the 2nd of September, ED had questioned TMC leader Abhishek Banerjee for the third time in connection with the case. ED is investigating the money laundering aspect of the case and CBI is probing the criminal angle. In the meantime, the CBI has alleged that the case may involve transactions of over 1,300 crore rupees, the majority of which went to several influential persons. It arrested 7 people in connection with this particular case in July. Moving on to politics right now, Congress leader Rahul Gandhi has launched the party's Bharat Jodo Yatra from Kanyakumari in Tamil Nadu. Now, the 3,570-kilometer march will cover 12 states and 2 union territories in about 5 months. The Congress said the march is aimed to countering the environment of hate prevalent in the country. The Congress also said that it aimed at raising issues of increasing unemployment, rising prices, and political centralization. Meanwhile, the women's wing of TMC has begun a 48-hour protest yesterday against the release of 11 men convicted of rape and murder in the Bilkis Bano case. Now, on the 15th of August, the convicts were released from a Godhra jail after the Gujarat government approved their application under its remission policy. Upon being released, they were greeted by sweets by their relatives. Now, the Bilkis Bano rape case is one of the most horrific incidents to have taken place in Gujarat during the riots in 2002. Bilkis Bano was gang raped when she was 19 years old and pregnant. Her 3-year-old daughter and 14 other members of her family were killed. In the meantime, Union Minister of State for External Affairs and Culture, Meenakshi Lekhi, announced that Delhi's Rajpath has been renamed as Kartavya. Now, the minister said that Rajpath reflected a colonial mindset as it conveys the idea of Raj or rule. In 2015, Racecourse Road, where PM's residence is located, was renamed as Lok Kalyan Marg, and Aurangzeb Road was renamed as APJ Abdul Kalam Road. Moving on now, India and Bangladesh have signed 7 key MoUs in the presence of Prime Minister Modi and Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina during her 4-day visit to India, which began on Monday. In fact, Prime Minister Modi said that India and Bangladesh have decided to extend cooperation in various sectors, including IT, space, and nuclear energy, which are of interest to the younger generation. He added, and I quote, "Talks are also underway between India and Bangladesh on power transmission lines," end quote. Now, the leaders also announced that the two countries have signed an important agreement regarding the water sharing of the Kushiara River. On to news coming in from across the globe right now. Russian President Putin has warned that he will cut off energy supplies to Europe if price caps were imposed in the country on the country's oil and gas exports. Now, this comes after the G7 nations, which is Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, the United Kingdom, and the United States, as well as the European Union, on the 2nd of September agreed to impose a price cap to curb Moscow's revenues from oil export. Now, Russia is the world's 3rd largest oil producer behind the United States and Saudi Arabia. Meanwhile, in Pakistan, things are not looking up. According to a report by the BBC, authorities are struggling to contain the country's largest freshwater lake from overflowing amid unprecedented flooding. Now, Manchar Lake in Sindh province is dangerously full. The BBC reports that 3 breaches of the lake's bank so far, 2 to protect areas nearby, have displaced over 1 lakh people already. Now, Pakistan has received 190% more rain than its 30-year average between June and August, and it's facing its worst ever floods. More than 1,300 people have passed away so far, and over 3.3 crore people have been affected. We end with news coming in from the United Kingdom. Indian origin Suella Braverman has replaced Priti Patel as the United Kingdom's Home Secretary in the Liz Truss cabinet. Now, Suella Braverman is an MP from the ruling Conservative Party who had served as the Attorney General in the Boris Johnson-led government. But this is what's very, very interesting. The new British Prime Minister Liz Truss has selected a cabinet where, for the first time, a white man will not hold one of the country's 4 most important ministerial positions. Now, Truss appointed Kwasi Kwarteng as Britain's first black finance minister, while James Cleverly is the first black foreign minister. That brings us to the end of this bulletin. Thank you so much for watching. Good night.